At Cooper's Hawk, we talk an awful lot about French grapes, French varietals, French styles of wine, but Italy is just as important to discuss. And so today we're going to be going through some varietals that are commonly found in Italy, or actually most of these are traditionally from Italy, and the ways that they show up in our wines at Cooper's Hawk. So the first one is an extremely Italian wine. This is our Prosecco. Now, Prosecco is like Champagne in that it must come from a very specific region. Specifically, Prosecco must come from the region of the Veneto, which is found in the northeastern part of Italy. And Prosecco is protected. It's protected just the way that Champagne is. In fact, you'll see sometimes on the sides of the bottles these little stickers that say DOCG, or Denominazione di Origine Controllata, meaning that the name is guaranteed. It's a place name, it's a style of wine that is exactly what it says on the label, which is Prosecco. Now, Prosecco, first and foremost, Prosecco is delicious. And Prosecco is made from a grape called Glera, and it's made in a style that's really fresh, really approachable, very easy drinking. This is something that's made to bottle really quickly. Unlike Champagne, which is meant to age much longer in the bottle, Prosecco is really light and fresh, really a little too easy to drink sometimes. So the next wine that I have here is Pinot Grigio. And Pinot Grigio is the same thing as Pinot Grigio, which you might more typically associate with Italy. Same grape, different name. Grigio, they both mean gray. And what I mean by gray is that Pinot Noir is black, Pinot Blanc is white. Pinot Grigio is actually a pink skin grape that you find all over the northern part of Italy. Pinot Gris in France tends to be a little bit fruitier. It comes from a very different kind of region than the Pinot Grigio from Italy. And Pinot Grigio tends to be very light, very simple wines overall, but also very fresh, also really easy to drink. Our Pinot Gris made a little bit more in the French style, but also a grape that we associate with Italy. And that is luscious, beautiful, luscious, lots of apple and pear, very fresh fruit. It is dry, but it has a lot of really vibrant fresh fruit to it. So the next wine is our Barbera. And Barbera is a varietal that you find all over northern Italy in particular. Specifically, you find it in the Piedmont region. And the Piedmont region is very famous for wines like Barolo and Barbaresco, which are made from the Nebbiolo grape. Now, Nebbiolo is very challenging to grow. It's a grape that can sometimes be very finicky and requires very special places that the vineyards can actually thrive. Barbera grows everywhere, and so this is the grape that they plant kind of in between in the sort of iffier vineyard spots, because it still tastes delicious when you grow it there. And because of that, you find Barbera all over the place in all of the trattoria of Piedmont, and they're approachable, they're easy drinking, they're affordable, and they're absolutely delicious. There's not a lot of Barbera grown in the United States. Most of it's being grown in the Central Valley area of California. Ours is coming from a single vineyard in the Lodi region. It's the Patty Creek vineyard, and it's very special. You know, we have to take this from a very specific vineyard because there's not enough of it grown for us to work with multiple farmers of this grape. What I love about this wine is it has a real smokiness to it. Gorgeous vanilla overtones you can taste from the oak aging, but it's really tangy, it's very fresh, really easy drinking, just like the stuff that you find in Italy, but maybe a little bit fruitier than those. Yeah, this is the kind of wine I want to go to for pizza and pasta, and you know, kind of an everyday drink, but also a special occasion one, because it's really that good. Very popular wine for us at Cooper's Hawk. The next Italian wine to talk about is our Super Tuscan. Super Tuscan continues to be a very popular wine at Cooper's Hawk. It is an interesting wine in that it's a blend that comes from the Tuscany region, and it's not traditional in that traditional wines from Tuscany would predominantly be using indigenous grape varietals. This is using the indigenous grape of Sangiovese, but it also includes grapes like Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot and Syrah, all grapes that find their home in France. These Tuscan producers decided to experiment with non-local varietals to see what they could come up with, and the results are super. This wine, big and bold, really dark fruit, really juicy, super luscious, very concentrated, powerful, intense. It's super for a good reason. And Now the final thing I have here is a little limoncello, because why not? When you're in Italy, this is a really common after dinner drink. Limoncello is made all over the Amalfi Coast, and you even find it in the northern parts of Italy. It is made simply by taking lemon peels, just the colored part of the peel, none of the pith, and soaking that in a very strong neutral alcohol and adding sugar. They're really pure. You get all that great lemon oil flavor. They're very intense. We make a limoncello at Cooper's Hawk. It's not available at every restaurant, but it's pretty special stuff. Just as you go to taste it, you can really smell that really beautiful floral, perfumey, lemony aroma. Limoncello, I like it best served really, really cold. In fact, it's high alcohol enough that you can put it in the freezer, and then when you drink it, it just tastes like beautiful perfumey lemon. It's gorgeous stuff. It's great on a hot day. You could add it to a little bit of Prosecco and make a nice cocktail with it as well. So these are some really special offerings that we have with Italy as the inspiration. Of course, 3 of these do come from the country, our Prosecco, our Super Tuscan, and our Limoncello. The other 2 are made in the United States, but inspired by that great region. So there you have it. That's Italy in a nutshell. Salute!